Okay, welcome everybody. We're seeing some familiar names. We can't see your faces, but we know that we're excited to see all of you. And you haven't seen Allison and myself for a couple months, so we miss you guys. So I'm just going to start off with introductions. My name is Maggie Switzer, and I'm the Farmers Market and Food Systems Coordinator for Larimer County Extension. So I run the Larimer County Farmers Market, if you all are familiar. And then with me, I also have Michelle Dodd with the Larimer County Sales Tax Office. So Michelle, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi everyone. My name is Michelle Dodd, and I work with Larimer County Sales Tax. And we're going to try to get you all some information today about farmers market sales tax.
And we are really appreciate Michelle and Tracy with the Sales Tax Office for their time. For giving us this information and spending their time on this webinar. And then Allison with the market as well is here to support. And also, if you guys want to watch the news today, Allison is on 3 p.m. news with NBC because she's so famous, talking about how we should water our trees in the wintertime. And she just got off the news with them. So I just wanted to embarrass her a little bit.
Please don't watch it, but please do water your trees and shrubs.
Yeah, water your trees and shrubs in the wintertime. If you have questions about that, email Allison directly. I don't know anything about watering. Anyway, so Michelle, we'll kick it over to you to take it away.
Okay, that sounds great. Thank you. Um, so Larimer County sales tax is state collected, which means we have to follow the state definition of rules and regulations regarding sales and use tax. And so whenever you collect your sales tax and you file your return with the state, they actually take out the piece of Larimer County sales tax and submit it to us. There's not a separate return for Larimer County sales tax. And then at the farmers market, sale is imposed on the sale of general merchandise, food, and drink. So at the most items at the farmers market are taxable, and we'll get to that a little bit later if you have questions about that. As a vendor, you must have a retail sales tax license in order to sell your goods. The filing frequency is determined by the amount of sales tax collected monthly, and that is determined by the state of Colorado. So whenever you, register for your sales tax license, they will determine your filing frequency at that time. There are 3 taxing jurisdictions, and therefore you need 3 sales tax licenses to participate in a farmer's market. You need a state of Colorado sales tax license, you need the Larimer County sales tax license, and then you need a city license, which on this particular screen, we have City of Fort Collins, but depending on where you are, if you are at a farmer's market in Loveland, you will need a City of Loveland sales tax license. So it just depends on where you are. And if you participate in multiple farmers markets, you will need to have multiple locations listed on your state license. So you would need locations listed for each farmer's market, and you need to list the farmer's market address because the state considers a farmer's market similar to a store. So if you are at a farmer's market, it's like that is your store. And so if you participate in Loveland and Fort Collins and Berthoud, you have 3 stores essentially. So you need to have those 3 locations listed on your sales tax license. To apply for a state of Colorado sales tax license, you can do that through the Colorado Department of Revenue website, through Revenue Online. You go to the sales tax license section where you can register your business. I'm sorry, let me go back. Okay, I'm sorry. The sales tax forms, including applications, for the state of Colorado, Larimer County, and the municipality within Larimer County can be found on the Larimer County website. Our website address is, as you can see on the screen here, but if you just go to larimer.gov, then you can, if you plug in, if you search sales tax application, it will take you to this website, and you can each of these bullet points has the application for the sales tax license. The next slide, we have a QR code that will take you directly to the Larimer County sales tax license application. And you can actually scan this, and it worked earlier, so hopefully it will now. And it will take you directly to the application. So if you scan this with your phone, it should pull up the link for the form. Here I have included the word human in the title to show that food taxability has lots of nuances. We have, as you can imagine, there's a wide variety that can fall under the food category. Food for home consumption is exempt from state and county tax, but it may be taxable through the municipality. And so it just depends on where you are, and that's something that you would need to discuss with each individual city. So food for immediate consumption is taxed at the full tax rate, which currently is 8.3%. And we'll discuss home consumption a little more on the next slide so that you can know what that definition is. So we define food for home consumption as food that is prepared at home, not something that you can just grab at the farmer's market and eat while you're walking around the farmer's market. So that would be frozen foods, raw foods, large quantity of foods packaged together. If you buy a 12-pack of tamales or a dozen eggs or your vegetables that you're going to probably fix when you get home. You're probably not going to eat them in the car on the way home. Those are considered food for home consumption. Foods purchased with food assistance program funds are not taxable. That food is not taxable. And food for immediate consumption are those foods that are prepared and ready to go, you know, like your cupcakes and your cookies and your anything that is packaged individually, anything that is served on a plate or with utensils or with napkins. Here I like to say, if you bought this package of a 2-pack of cookies, are you going to wait till you get home to eat it? If so, then it's home consumption. But if not, if you're going to eat one in the car on the way home, then it's for immediate consumption. So it gets a little gray in there, but we try to work with all the vendors on that one. And if you fall under the it depends mode, so say a glass of lemonade versus a gallon of lemonade. A gallon of lemonade would be for home consumption, but a glass of lemonade would be for immediate consumption. If you buy a single donut or a single muffin versus a 6-pack of muffins, you know, you're probably going to eat that one muffin while you're walking around the market. But if you buy 6, those are likely you're going to take those home. So the main thing here is to be consistent on the taxability of those items. And wow, I kind of feel like I zipped through that pretty quickly. So I'm ready for questions. If Allison or Maggie, if you have questions that you would like to put out there?
Yes. So for questions, y'all can either ask questions in the chat, which will go directly to Allison and myself, and we can either respond to you directly or ask them verbally for you, or you can raise your hand using the raise hand button at the bottom, and then I will allow you to talk and unmute you, and you can ask questions directly to Michelle. So, however you want, we already have a question from Matt, and the question is, what do you consider honey?
I'm sorry, what do I consider what?
Honey, as in like bee honey from honeybees.
Oh, oh. See, well, that
And his follow-up is home consumption? Question mark.
I am going to say yes, but if I could have Matt's um, name of Matt's business, I can reach out to Matt directly tomorrow and give you a firm answer on that. I'm
Uh,
99% sure it's just that 1% that I'm not.
Matt, I just allowed you to talk if you do want to talk through your thoughts on honey. Okay, so Matt is now, or sorry, a different person is now asking. So if I'm a farmer that sells food for home consumption and thus exempt from sales tax at the state and county, aka Larimer County level, then do I need a Larimer County sales tax license? So this is for a local farmer and it's food for home consumption.
No, in that case, you do not need a Larimer County sales tax license.
Okay. Um, and then the follow-up to this question is I put the same question to the city of Loveland, which also exempts food for home consumption from sales tax, and Loveland said you don't need it to participate in the Loveland Farmers Market.
If I don't want to speak for the city of Loveland, but if that is what if that is what they won't require a Larimer County license
Mhm,
for you to participate in the city of Loveland Farmers Market. But as far as the city of Loveland license, I can't speak to that.
mhm. Okay. But it sounds like because it's still with Larimer County and it's food for home consumption, which cut fresh vegetables coming from a local farm are, then it would be exempt from Larimer. You would
Correct.
not need a Larimer County sales tax license. Um, Following up to the honey question from earlier, if it's in 16 and 32-ounce jars, um, does that
That
still
is
count?
that is food for home consumption.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good. Um, all right. We're gonna get to another question that we received through the chat. So you mentioned that food purchased with assistant funds is not taxable. So any food assistance funds at the market, such as SNAP or Double Up or voucher programs. So any items that customers can purchase from us at the market with EBT funds are not taxable. So just confirming that question.
That is correct.
Okay, that is correct. Next question. If a business is an online business, but will be selling at two dates at the farmer's market, do I need a larger county license? And they're selling candles.
You should have a Larimer County sales tax license. I'm not sure what you mean by a larger, but you should have. So let's say that you're gonna sell two times at the Larimer County Farmers Market.
Mhm,
So you are going to need to add a location to your state license. You're going to need to add a location for 200 West Oak, and then apply for a Larimer County sales tax license if you don't already have that.
okay. I think they're really asking because even though they would sell for two dates at the farmer's market, they would still need it.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And now I'm allowing Michael to talk. So who has their hand raised? So Michael, you have the floor. Okay.
Sorry, I
Well,
didn't mute.
it's okay.
about the honey with the honey sticks. Most of the providers, I mean, not providers, uh, market people that sell honey will sell honey sticks. Honey sticks can go either way. They're either immediate consumption there at site or they take them home.
You're right.
Yeah, it gets weird.
It does get a little tricky. So let me, can I get the name of your business?
It's white side honey.
Okay.
And most folks that sell honey, they're going to have honey sticks. I'm just making a comment, general comment.
Okay. Um, I will double check on that. I would say that there should be sales tax collected on the honey sticks because they are going to be eaten immediately.
Some will and some won't.
You're right. You're right. You're exactly right.
Well, somebody comes every week and buys like $20 worth. I know they're not going to eat those all at the market before they leave.
I hope not.
I'm not either.
Um, so would you mind to put your, I don't know if this is even possible, but can you send your email via chat to Allison and Maggie, and then one of them could forward it to me so I can get
Okay.
back, so I can make sure that I get the right person.
Okay.
And then I will touch base with our administrator and just get her take on that because I want to just make sure that because you're exactly right. It could go either way. And
Either way.
Well, a jar of honey could do it the same.
A jar of honey could also do either
Yeah.
way.
We have actually
It
seen
sort of
somebody bring
could.
a quart of honey at the market. Okay.
I think if
Gosh.
we see someone scarf down a 32-ounce jar of honey at the market, then we'll
We have
tell
seen
them they owe a
somebody got
Larimer County
shoved in
sales
years
tax.
ago. But anyway,
Can I go ahead and step in here?
Yes.
Sure, go ahead.
So I would say the honey sticks would be for immediate consumption. You're not taking them home to use for baking or for an ingredient in something. So I consider that immediate consumption. Whereas the jars of honey, you're taking it home for either baking or any other kind of sweetening. So I would consider the sticks taxable and the jars not taxable.
okay. But it can still go either way, no matter which way they do
I
it.
mean, anything
Yeah.
can go any way. You can go to McDonald's and that's definitely food for home consumption, take it home and eat it. But that's how I would interpret this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, Tracy.
Okay, you could eat there tomorrow.
All right. Okay. Any other quick honey questions before we're going to move on to a couple other questions and move away from the honey topic? Let us know if anyone scarfs down a 32-ounce jar of honey, so we want to take a picture at the farmers market and put it on our social media. So come to our booth and let us know. Okay. So we got a question from Sherry. She's not selling any food products, but selling potteries and ceramic products. And so she's just wondering if license requirements are the same.
Yes.
Okay.
Because that is considered general merchandise.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, you would need a state sales tax license and a Larimer County sales tax license.
All right, there we go. We had a question a bit earlier from In a Pickle, and they're wondering, so you do not need to apply for the Larimer County license if you strictly sell food for home consumption.
That is correct. If you strictly sell food for home consumption, you do not need a Larimer County license.
That is correct. Okay, so for the Larimer County, someone also asked, I did a location and applied yesterday. Can I still participate this weekend if they applied for their license yesterday?
Did you apply for your state license or your Larimer County license?
Let
They
me,
followed up and they said they applied for a Larimer County license yesterday.
Okay, so they already have a state of Colorado license.
That is correct. They have a state license and they just applied yesterday for the Larimer County license.
Okay, and on the state license, does it say Larimer County at the top of it?
We will wait for them to reply in the chat.
yeah. So I
Okay.
just allowed this person to speak verbally as well. So Irene, you now have the floor if you would like it.
Irene also followed up that they added a location to the state license.
Okay.
Hi guys, this is Irene. Thank you.
Hi, Irene.
Hi. So I have a state license for my address in Frederick, and I added yesterday a location for this farmers market, and I applied for the Larimer County license as well as the Fort Collins. I didn't know though if I could still participate tomorrow.
Tracy, do you want to chime in here?
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can. Okay, thank you.
Thank
Yes,
you.
Irene, you can.
Thank you. Thank
All right.
you.
Easy peasy. Next question is, can you remind us how long the Larimer County sales tax license lasts and how long does it need to be renewed?
The Larimer County license does not have an expiration date. It also does not have a fee. So once you have it for the duration of your business until you close the account.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other questions that I may have missed? A lot of them are coming in on top of each other. So please put them either in the Q&A or in the chat or raise your hand and we can unmute you. You can hang out. Allison and I did prepare a comedy routine, so we can perform that and everyone can be miserable until we have more questions.
Please ask questions, please.
So you really don't want to hear our comedy routine. Oh, okay, did I get a hand raise from somebody? Let me check.
Yes, it looks like Matt has
Oh,
raised
yeah.
his hand. Matt S.
All right. Thank you, Matt. Let me allow you to talk. There you go. All right, Matt, you have the floor.
Hey, can you back up the slides to where you were showing the three types of licenses, state, city, and county, please?
I can.
I don't want to sound stupid, so I wanted to look at that one more time before I ask.
Not at all.
There are no stupid questions here.
There are no stupid questions.
Only really stupid jokes made by myself.
Is this the screen you're talking about, Matt?
Yes, yes. So I need a state of Colorado license, Larimer County license, even if it's home consumption, I'm going to get one because it's not that big a deal to me. And then if I'm selling in Loveland, I need to go get a Loveland sales tax license, right?
Correct. Yeah, you'll need to reach out to the city of Loveland and
Yeah.
Which you can do that through our website here where it says municipal sales tax. If you go to this website
Yes.
and you click on that arrow, it will actually pull up a link for the city of Loveland. It pulls up the link for all 8 cities in Larimer County.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you for the going over that one more time for me. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Perfect. Thanks, Matt. Okay, I am going to Who's next that we have? We have Pam. There you go.
Hi, can you hear me?
Hi.
Yep, we can hear
Yes.
you.
Okay, so as I'm sitting here, I'm glad I came on because I've been in operation. I'm a mobile coffee cart. So I have my sales tax license and I have my business license from Fort Collins, and I also have Weld County, and because you have to do multiple. But I realized I think this I did not have a Larimer County because I think I mistakenly thought, because my sales tax license from the state of Colorado, because it says County Larimer on it, I thought they were, and because the taxes are remitted in the same place through, the same website, so I guess my question is, I have been collecting Larimer sales tax, but I don't think I officially had a kind of like the county sales tax license. Is there any penalty for the last 2 years where I've been operating sans the correct licenses?
As long as when you have been filing your taxes, the portion that you collected for Larimer County, um, should have been collected by the state, as long as you separated that out from your business in Weld County.
Yes.
So as long as when you were collecting your taxes, let's say you use what is it called? Like the tap pay. So if you use something like that and it automatically calculates whatever county
Right.
you happen to be in. So when you file your state taxes,
Yes.
then that county tax is um, it goes toward Larimer County and then it is sent to
Yes.
us.
Okay.
So yes, you are
Okay. So,
you are good to go on that part.
mhm.
But if you would please fill out
I
a
actually did while you were sitting here because I'm like,
excellent, thank
I was
you.
filling it out going, I don't remember filling this out before because it's accepting it. Like, I'm guessing if you have one, maybe it tells you does it tell you you already have one when you try to
I
submit?
don't think so.
Oh, okay. Well, it's submitted, so now I will be truly kosher.
Excellent. Thank you, Pam.
All right,
I
great. I'm so
appreciate
glad because I
that.
was not sure about that one. And so I'm glad I came on. That answered my question, and now I'll be doing it correctly. Thank you.
Great. Thank you very much.
Mhm.
Okay, any other questions? I'm gonna put the Jeopardy theme song on.
I was waiting for someone to do that.
Do, 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 do.
Oh,
Yes, okay. We've got a hand up.
it's me again.
Oh.
It's me. Actually, this isn't sales tax related, though. That's a farmer's market question, so never mind.
You're welcome to, or you can message the hosts and panelists directly because
Sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
Allison and I have
Okay.
been answering those, so you're welcome to ask it, or you can answer,
Okay.
you can
All
ask
right.
verbally if you'd like as well.
Oh, I have a coffee cart and I use, Wander Coffee. They're a great roaster here in town. But when you're selling product, I can't like sell his bagged coffee. I can sell what I make, right? I'm making espresso, I'm making cold brew coffee. Yeah.
Yes, so it's
Okay.
what you make.
Mhm.
You can sell another person's product. It's in our, especially in our rules and regulations.
Right. And
There's a long text on like how to do it as a cooperating vendor, and basically
oh,
whoever's products you're selling would have to apply as a separate vendor as well.
okay. Oh,
Yeah.
oh my God. Thank you. I thought maybe, but it's so much nicer to hear it from a human voice. I just talked to the roaster today and I said, I think maybe if you got like a second, if you applied and then maybe, then I could sell it, like I'd be your employee or so. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. Yes,
I'll
I
check it
am.
out.
I am the human voice behind our long rules and regulations.
Oh, no, but you gotta have them there.
Yeah.
Gotta have them there. Thank you.
Okay. Other questions related to sales tax, farmers markets, any other things? You can ask Allison about trees and plants and watering things. Alrighty. Irene?
Hi there again. I have a farmer's market. So I have my candle business, but inside my candle business, I carry my son's He's the maker of tallow
Mhm.
products. So it's part of my business, and I market my business, those and tallow products. I'm fine to sell both of them.
Yes, and especially that it's your son making those, and
Yes,
so that would be fine
we're,
to sell under your business,
we're kind of like operating
like a
together, but
mother
he's
and
got
son
his own,
duo.
yeah, but he's got
Yeah,
his own little logo on his stuff, but it's my business.
yeah. Um, that would be okay. Yes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you guys so much for putting this together. Very informative.
Thanks for attending.
Yeah. All righty. Okay, other questions? Anything else for, we did wrap up this webinar quite quickly, which is
I
okay.
know.
Yeah, because we got errands to run and things to do. So any other questions? If folks don't have anything else, you always are welcome to email me and I can connect you to Michelle. You can also email Michelle and Tracy directly. And then for follow-up, this webinar has been recorded. We'll post it to our website by next week with the slides and like an FAQ summary of frequently asked questions about all of this. Um, yeah, thank you all for coming today and joining us in our webinar. And thank you to Michelle and Tracy for giving us your time and expertise and helping to explain to everyone how sales tax licenses work in Larimer County.
Yeah, you're welcome. And thank you, Maggie and Allison, for facilitating this
Yeah,
and getting everything all set up.
absolutely. Okay. All right. If no more questions, oh, I think, did I? Oh, I see an open. Oh, it's a thank you. Okay, you're welcome. There's a question in the Q&A, but just says thank you. All righty. Thank you, everybody. And for our returning vendors, we're excited to see you. Okay, I'm going to end the webinar.